Hi, thank you so much for joining me today. So today I want to go through some of the items that I recently purchased from Sephora. So I purchased some of the Patrick Ta Monochrome Moment collection items a couple weeks ago, and I had done a video on those. I had purchased the Silky Lip Cream in She's Secure, and I purchased the blush in She's Sincere, and then a lip pencil. And out of those, I really did not like the Silky Lip Cream. I've used it a few times since then to try and mix it with things. I just really don't like it. So for me, it's definitely a bad purchase. The lip pencil is fine. Nothing. I personally didn't find it anything special, but it was a nice basic item. But the blushes, I really like the blushes. So they are light, they're buildable, and although they're not one of those blushes that are super pigmented in the pan, so like swatching doesn't really work so well. But when you put them on your face, they build up so nicely to give you just like that nice flush of color. So I think they're really easy to work with. I really like them. So I purchased 2 more of those. So I purchased She's Passionate, which is the pink. And let me just show you. So try not to give you the finger. But this is the pink. And these swatch terribly. You can't really see it very well on here. So let me put that over there again. So you can tell, that's a terrible swatch. But on the cheeks, these look much better. Actually, right now, I'll show you guys in my demo, I put on She is Seductive, which is this one. This is more of the neutral mauve color. Okay, and that's it here on the hand. So again, it's really light on the swatching, but it gives you a beautiful flush on the cheeks. So I really like these. Just for continuity, let me also swatch the She's Sincere. This is the peach. There's another peachy one. I forget what that one's called. I didn't purchase that one because it looked kind of similar to this one. I think that one's called Golden Peach or something like that. So She's Sincere. Yeah, She's Sincere. This is the first one that I purchased, and I've used it quite a bit since then. So you can see it. We've got peach, pink, and like a mauve neutral color. So I really like these blushes. I definitely think they are really easy to work with. Another item that I purchased back during the Sephora VIB things, or I think it was actually maybe prior to that. I think it was the Friends and Family from Sephora. I purchased the Natasha Denona Mini Gold eyeshadow palette. And I had used it, I liked it, and then kind of got lost in the shuffle with all the holiday things. So I just kind of wanted to play with that again. So this is my eye look using that. So if you just stay tuned, I'll have a demo of the blush and how well it applies on the cheeks, as well as the eyeshadow. And then I also used one of the Kosas lip glosses in Fruitjuice, which is another new purchase for me. I had purchased the Kosas lip gloss in Dip, which is their nude color. I really liked it, so I went and purchased the other colors except for the clear gloss. So this is my face of new products, basically, and that's it. So just wanted to thank you guys for watching, and if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please feel free to leave them down below. And stay tuned for the demo of the blush and the eyeshadow application if you're interested. Thanks so much. Bye. Okay, so we're going to start off with the Patrick Ta She's Seductive blush from the Monochrome Moment collection. So it's more of a kind of like a mauve neutral color. And I'm going to use the Refer brush number 04. It's an angled cheek brush. And let's get started. So far I just have base products on. I've got the Guerlain L'Essentiel foundation and the Peau Radiant Corrector for eyes in Ivory. Okay, so this blush I think is a little bit more pigmented than the peach one that I had in She's Sincere. But it's also still really buildable. I like this color a lot. It's like a plummy nude. So I've been looking for a good plum color blush. Purple's actually my favorite color. I don't typically wear it that often with makeup, but I do really like it. So now I'm just kind of using the angled end down with a swirly motion, just kind of to blur some of that out. All right, so I think that's good for cheeks. And then for the eyes today, I thought we could go in with the Natasha Denona Mini Gold palette. So if you aren't familiar with this, it does have a plastic top, and it's a good introduction to her eyeshadows. So we've got a taupe, a rich chocolate brown, a gold, kind of like a mossy green, and another green shimmer. So here, I'll swatch these for you real quickly. So this is the taupe, chocolate. You can see that's really deep. And the gold, and these metallic ones are incredibly soft, so you really have to be careful going in there. And it's a little bit more of a coppery gold, and you can see that there's a little bit of a greenish sparkle to it as well. Here's the moss. And then the last one is like a metallic green. Oh, it's actually more of a duochrome. I couldn't remember. I haven't used this in a while. But yeah, it's actually brown with green glitter. All right, so in the pan, it totally just looks green. But all right, so let's play with these. I'm going to go in with the rougher brush in, what number is this? 14. Okay, and it's like a smallish crease brush. I'm going to go in with the taupey shade and kind of put that over here in my crease. All right. So next, I think let's go in with the let's go in with this green duochrome, the metallic, and I'm going to use the Rephr 02, and it's like a shader brush. I'm gonna put this over the first half of my eyes, the inside half. Totally looks green in my eyes. Don't really see too much of the brown. Smudge. All right, and then I think for the outer corner, I'm going to go in with the Rephr 13. Again, it's another smallish crease brush. I'm going to go into the chocolate color. And for the last bit, I do want to use this gold in the middle, and I think I'm actually just going to use my finger. Let's see, which finger did I use it? Use my ring finger for that. I'm just going to tap this on kind of in the center and a little bit, you know, over the chocolate edges. Okay, so I just want to clean up my crease area, so I'm going to take this large crease brush, number 16 from Rephr. So I've been using the Rephr brushes all week, just kind of trying to test them out and see all of my thoughts, but I will have a review up next week on these brushes. All right, I can definitely see a little bit more of that duochrome look from the last one, the green. And yeah, overall, I like this. Okay, so I'm just gonna go in with the pencil brush here. And this is number 3 from Rephr. I'm gonna line my eyes with the chocolate brown using this. All right, I'm gonna wipe off any excess on there, and then I'm gonna go into this moss green color and just put a little bit on the lower lashes, on the inner portion. I'm gonna kind of go over the brown with it. All right, and again, I'm just gonna add a little bit to my inner corner. I'm gonna go in with Rephr number 12, and it's kind of like a much larger version of the pencil. I'm going into the gold and just tapping a little bit on the tip. I'm just gonna go in the inner corner with that. Okay, so let me finish up my eyes off camera, just with some mascara, and I will be right back. Thanks. Okay, so I finished my eyes. I think that this is a nice holiday look. So I'm just gonna put a little powder on, finishing powder. I'm gonna use the Chantecaille Eclat Doux, and I'm gonna go in with my Sonia G Master Face Brush. Right, I just think that this powder gives a really nice polished look afterwards. Then to finish, you know, with this kind of gold look, we're gonna go in with the Chantecaille Eclat Brillant highlighter from the holiday collection. So it's this one. And I'm going to use the Rephr 20 brush, which is their fan brush. You can see it's a little bit of a thinner size fan, but it works really well for highlighter. Okay, so I'm just gonna get a little bit on there. And this this highlighter is very pigmented. So if you wanted to, you could totally build this up, make it super gold and blingy. On me, because I am so fair skinned, I really like to do a lighter application with this one because it is pretty warm. Yeah, it's like a true gold color. I don't think it really leans more one way or the other. I think it's just exactly gold. All right, so that was this. And then to finish up with the lips, let's try out something else that's new. Let's see here. Let me try one of these new Kosas lip glosses that I have. Let's see here. I purchased 3 more of the lip glosses. I had Dip, which is the neutral. Purchased Malibu, which is the pink. Fruitjuice, which is a red. It's really more, I think, like a cherry red. It's maybe more of a hot pink. And then Jaws, which is like a true red. I think with this, let's go with the Fruitjuice. All right, so that is nice and vibrant. I think overall this is like a really nice holiday look. I love the Patrick Ta blushes because they are so buildable. They are pretty hard to mess up because they are kind of lighter in pigmentation. So it's not like you have to really get a ton on your brush. You know, it picks up very well, but you do need to kind of apply more if you want it deeper. And honestly, I think that's great for blush because it's just so easy to go in with a heavy hand sometimes. And I think these blushes are, I just really love the buildable nature of these. I love them. So far, I've tried 2 of the colors. I did purchase a third. This is the third one. And She's Passionate. So I'll try this out another time. This is their pink. And there's another one, the 4th one, I didn't purchase just because it looked like it was very similar to the She's Sincere, the peachy one that I already have. She's Seductive is the mauve one. That's the one I'm wearing right now. I really, really like this color a lot. And it's like a neutral mauve. So I think it would work well on a lot of people. Now, the Natasha Denona Mini Gold eyeshadow palette, I really like it. I think it is great for holiday looks. I think that in order for this palette to work, you really want to use some of these metallics. The mattes on their own, I feel like you would kind of have to add in something else. I don't really like them by themselves, but with these metallics in there, I love them. And the texture of these, they are so soft and creamy, and you really just need a light touch to get a lot of payoff with those. So I really love the metallic shades in here. And then out of the more matte ones, I like the chocolate brown one a lot. These other 2, the taupe and the moss green, they're just okay. But they work really well with this palette. So if you are not somebody who already has like a lot of Natasha Denona eyeshadows, or you're looking for a good holiday travel palette, I think this is great. And this isn't a holiday palette. I believe it's it's permanent. But this was actually my first foray into Natasha Denona eyeshadows, and I just kind of wanted to, get something kind of small to try out the texture and so forth and see how I like them before making a larger purchase. And I really like it. I bought this a few months ago. I've used it a few times. I've been kind of overwhelmed with all of the holiday releases and things that I've been wanting to try out, so I haven't used it as much as I probably will in the future, but I really love green eyeshadows, and this is such a nice combo of green and gold, and I think it's going to work really well for the holiday season, so I love that. And then the Kosas lip glosses, as I've mentioned in the past, I really like these. These are a new product from them, and they are, they just have like a great texture. So they're not super sticky, they're not super slippery, they're kind of like a nice weight and scent. There's, I don't know, it's a little fruity, but I don't, it's nothing like overwhelming. It's not really something super noticeable, but These lip glosses, I think they just released them a few months ago, and I think they're only like 5 colors maybe. So yeah, actually I think I have all of them except for they have a clear one, which I did not purchase. But I like the texture. These are buildable glosses, so this was a light layer, but I can add another layer and obviously make it a lot more pigmented. They wear like a typical gloss. So you are gonna have to, you know, reapply and so forth. But, you know, it feels great on my lips. So I like these a lot. And overall, those are my thoughts on these products. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please leave them down below. And I hope to see you again in my next video. Thanks so much for joining me, and have a great day.